This season marks a new beginning. Witness the raw power, iconic sound, and pure speed from the historic Lotus 79. Experience the competition and glory days of early 80s open-wheel action. Watch as drivers wrestle these ground effects cars into submission. Drivers will face off wheel to wheel. For some, it's a chance at redemption. For others, an opportunity to make a statement. All sharing the same goal, to be crowned champion. Who will be victorious tonight? The Lionheart Retro Series presented by DMLC Racing Channel starts now.
We are all gamers, and HyperX is always ready to game. Competition, commitment, excitement. This is Lionheart. From Donington Park, it's time for the Global Sim Racing Channel's coverage of Season 4, the Lionheart Retro Series presented by the DMLC Racing Channel. This is the classic IndyCar series, Grand Prix of Donington, and all the simulated retro Lotus 79 action from green flag to the victory donuts streams your way live as it happens right here on the iRacing Esports Network. From the land of the castle on the hill, welcome to another GSRC broadcast and the Sim Experience Countdown to the Green. Alongside the banker, Brian Yazik, I'm Jason Galvin, joining up in the virtual press box for tonight's Classic IndyCar Series Grand Prix of Donington. Sean Ambrose has director duties, and as always, we're using the great cameras brought to you by our good friend Dougie Beard. Donington Park has made one previous appearance in the Lionheart Racing Series powered by HyperX. It was 2 seasons ago in the IndyCar. This is the first trip to the historic English circuit for the Retro Series. So what do you say we dive deeper with our GSRC track guide?
All right, we've got Amjad Yaman in the GSRC Lotus 79, so let's do a lap around Donington. Redgate is going to be an excellent passing opportunity, but the ideal line is swinging it out here to the pit exit and trying to late apex the corner. With the rapid acceleration of these machines, it doesn't take long before you're flying through the crater curves. When it veers to the left, you want to hug the car all the way to the edge of the track to give yourself the widest line possible into the old hairpin. It takes precision to nail this bend, so expect a lot of dirt to get kicked up on the exit. Under Starkey's Bridge, you'll make this climb one long arc and then once again hold left for the optimal line through McLean's. The crest and the decreasing radius make this a frustrating corner to get right. After that, it's a short blast to Coppice where the apex is going to be blind until you're right on top of the turn. There's 2 parts to this corner, and the second half opens up significantly, letting you really keep your foot in it. Now we're on Starkey Straight, and the racing line takes us drifting off to the right side of the track. The S's chicane is a tricky and quick little one, and though you can take a lot of curb, don't get too greedy or it's going to be easy to get a cut course penalty. With the Melbourne hairpin coming up, that will make it difficult to defend if you're slowing down to give time back. This slow fiddly corner works like most other hairpins. Square off your exit for a better launch. But the 79 doesn't like low speeds, so be gentle on the throttle as you get it going. Switch sides one more time, and we now have one final corner to go. There's an annoying little rise here at Goddard's that makes it tough to see where the apex is. Let the car track out to the curb, be smooth on the power once again, and you've now finished a lap around Donington.
Donington Park, really one of the most unique road courses in the world, and what a history this track has. It's pretty unique, just like the event we have tonight. We have kind of a chance to see maybe what could have been play out virtually. Only one F1 race ever contested here. It's back in 1993. Tonight we get to see maybe what the old ground effect beast would have been like in the late 70s around this circuit. What are some of the unique challenges the drivers are going to face at Donington, Yas?
Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you for setting me up so nicely, Jason. Yeah, Donington, It's a very, very unique track. And the thing that I found, because I don't have a whole ton of experience here, I ran that race that you mentioned leading into this, the IndyCar race that we ran here. I didn't like it much then, but the biggest thing that I took away is just the sheer ups and downs, that you never quite feel like you are in one spot on the track. When you get those tracks that kind of give you that feeling like you're on a boat, not on a violent wave day, but when you're out there and you feel that nice little breeze on your face, you get that gentle flow. That's how this track feels. 12 corners though for 2.5 miles or 4.02 kilometers for my friends that view the world that way. It really is a fun track. The biggest thing that you're gonna have to be looking out for though, the first half of the track flows really nice, kind of like a Road America, if you will, and then you get to the back half of the track off starkly straight, up through the S's and into the hairpins, where the track just changes all the time. So if you look kind of dead north from that red arrow on the screen, that's kind of where you end up, where you're going to see a lot of the action, a lot of contests for the passes and defenses, all sorts of fun things happening, probably on that end of the speedway.
Yeah, I had a chance to turn some laps here this week, not in the retro car, but in the BMW Fix Series, which is here in iRacing right now this week. And they took out the S's and the Melbourne hairpin. And let me tell you, that changed everything for us as well at this track. So the whole new section for those who might have run that car this week that they're going to have to contend with here during this race. And we want to remind you, the countdown to green brought to you by our good friends at Sim Experience and the AccuForce steering system with the most advanced tuning features on the market. The AccuForce Direct Drive is the second only to the real thing. Check out the entire Sim Experience line of products. Head over to simexperience.com. And because we do have a second, let me just tell you real quick, Yaz can vouch for this. My teammate on the IndyCar side, I got my AccuForce hooked up. We talked about it after the last broadcast. I ran a Lionheart IndyCar race with it last week, finished third, led a bunch of laps. I have had a lot of time to iRace like many of you lately, and I have driven real race cars, and let me tell you, they're not kidding when they say that it is second only to the real thing. Let's take a look at the point standings here, presented by our good friends at DMLC Racing Channel. And after 2 rounds, it is enter George Sandman, your points leader by 13 over IndyCar driver Sage Karam. Alex Saunders, former series runner-ups, third. Finney D'Acuna, fourth. And, defending champ Ryan Otis down there in 5th place after the trials and tribulations that were Watkins Glen International. So move over to the team standings presented by our good friends at HyperX. We're all gamers, and Raven Motorsports Black right now showing you how it's done. Team of Paulson, Otis, and Wardlow. Boy, that could be a law office, I think, with a 3-point lead over Senrock Esports, who have quietly been ultra consistent. You see Raven Motorsports Silver carrying the mail there in 3rd place as well, with George Anzaldo, Travis Jägerlener, and the aforementioned Sage Karam.
Going from there, we're going to go into the rookie standings presented by HyperX. Remember, we're all gamers out there. And on the screen, what we got here? Oh, there we go. There you see, leading the Rookie of the Year standings, you have the one and only Trevor Malone. Good solid run to start the year, but look at that driver in the 2nd spot. That is former Real World IndyCar driver Richie Hurd, sneaking up through the rookie standings. Had a very good showing at Watkins Glen. Looking forward to seeing what he could do here. Then you got Tommy Ryan there in 3rd with Mr. Bossy, Jason Bossy, that is, there in 4th round. I got your top 5 Reagan. And then you got Harden. And as you see, everything kind of works back beyond Davis and the Harden Reagan. There we go. There's the other name I was trying to say. Scotty McClendon and Bruno Miranda, who's had a very, very tumultuous start to the season, to really put it lightly.
The best in the iRacing World Championships, as well as many top private leagues like the one you're watching right now. Showcased right here on the iRacing Esports Network. If you have not already,